So unless I really slam the door, it never latches properly. I really have to slam it in order for it to latch. So the issue here, I believe, is that this mechanism is not engaging properly with the what is called the striker post, and that causes the problem. So I think it's a matter of alignment. Now, this one cannot be adjusted, period. Those holes are just where they are, and this is fixed in place. This one, on the other hand, you can loosen this bolt a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do, and just move it up or down depending on where the misalignment is. So I have to first determine, and this is very hard to eyeball, but I'm guessing because of how the body line is, the problem is that this bolt may be a little bit too high in relation to the latch mechanism. So let me try to lower it a little bit, see what happens. This is a D50. There, wow. That's pretty tight in there. So we're gonna loosen this just a little bit. Yeah, and it starts moving right away, so. And this is nothing more than trial and error. What I mean by that is you want to kind of reposition that slightly, and then what we're going to do is try to see how the latch meets the striker post, see if it's better. So now gently, I want to see how this one, oh, I can tell immediately that that's an improvement there. Still bounces back a little bit, so I'm going to keep tapping that one until I am happy with the results. And again, just very tiny moves. Probably want to push it outward too, because I think that may be affecting how the why the door kind of bounces back. So let's try it again. That is still very, very nice. And I don't know if this is bouncing back because of the weather stripping. Yeah, it's still not latching properly. So let's do a little more tappity tap here. Yeah, this is not not doing it. Seems to be maxed out there, so. It's not even latching anymore. What in the world? And all these washers, of course. I wonder if that has something to do with it. See, you have all these washers. So I'm thinking maybe taking one out may help. Let's try that, see what happens. Thing stays in place back there though. As you can see, once we take this off, you can see this bolt, and this is the basically the adjustment range that you have inside of this door jamb. Clean that a little better. So what I'm going to try next is I'm going to remove one of the washers, see if this one is sticking out too much, and maybe that's why this is not latching properly. Again, there's a lot of trial and error when it comes to these systems. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is I have these 3 washers that really act as shims. Let's see what happens if we eliminate one. There. And I'm going to keep it pretty much where it was before, because this may be the problem, and we'll see if the striker or if the latch kind of starts hitting the top here, the head of the striker. That would immediately tell us that there's a problem there. So anyway, have 2 shims there, or washers, whatever you want to call them. I call them shims. And let's hope that that's gonna help. Let's see what's gonna do first. Gently, I'm gonna see how this feels. And there's the bounce. Well, that was a lot easier to close the door. Didn't have to slam it that hard. Huh. I think that helped quite a bit. The door still operates very easily, and it starts, you know, the first latch there. But of course, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to keep tapping on this post here. I'm going to push it outward a little more, see if that has any effect. Oh yeah, that actually that helped quite a bit. And actually I can feel when I close the door and I open it, rather, it really doesn't, you know, spring out like it used to. Now that is quite the improvement. Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind is this: because of what I'm doing, one thing affects the next. So the door here, it's quite proud compared to the fender. So if that is super crucial to you, well, you may want to keep it a lot tighter than I am. Let's take a look at the other side, because this other side works really well. And as you can see, this is pretty much even here. It kind of sticks out a bit out here, but this door closes very, very smoothly, very softly actually. And this one has 1, 2, 3. It's got the 3 shims. So again, you have to sometimes, you know, put up with one thing being misaligned because of how you want the door to operate. But that is a lot better. One more time, if this is really important to you, well, you're gonna have to yeah, still, even still, if I don't slam it a little bit, it'll bounce. But I don't have to slam it as hard, so I think that's a compromise I'm willing to accept. So I guess at some point I ordered, at least I found one in my stash of Corvette parts. I ordered replacement striker bolts. Now this one, and I've been looking at the passenger side, that one has this a rubber piece that, you know, the other one was missing. So you can see here, it's more of a plastic kind of ring, and then you have this piece of metal that kind of freely rotates over the shaft, and this door closes very softly and solid. So I'm experimenting here. This one has that piece, this kind of additional sleeve, where this one is either didn't have it or it fell out or something happened there. This one, of course, is a Torx that's seen better days. This one is the correct hex head. And what I did here, trying to emulate the passenger side, I made this little sleeve with a piece of hose. I don't know, this is all a big experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these shims. I'm going to clean them up a little bit, and I'm going to install this one instead. As far as I can tell, they are the same size. Threads should be the same. So, and I believe I bought these from eBay. Someone was selling these. I don't know if they're any better. And again, this rubber piece here, I may end up taking that off if it interferes in any way. But I think, and I like the fact that it's a hex head, so I can use an Allen wrench and tighten that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. And so far I have the 2 shims. This really binds, the threads do. So I may run a tap through the threads in here just to clean them up. So this one is, as you can see, a 14 thread. And this is very handy to have these little measuring tools so I can find the right tap. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Okay, so I have a tap here, put a little bit of oil on the threads. Let's get this sucker started. 7/16, and it's a 14 pitch, so Again, all I'm trying to do is just clean the threads enough. Makes my life a lot easier. You can see some of the gunk that comes out when you clean the threads. And I know, listen, I know that this is not really intended. I mean, you can use it. I'm certainly using it for that, to clean the threads. This is just a regular tap, but it's better than nothing, I think. So you do whatever it is necessary to address yours, but that is a definite improvement there. Let's try this. See what happens now. Much better. And I'm gonna position this one as the original one was. I'm gonna put it right over the area where I can see the other one was. That's tight enough. We'll see if this one needs the extra shim. See how the door feels. That is really aligned properly, I think. Yeah. Wow. It's a lot quieter too. A lot quieter. Wow. And yeah, it's aligned pretty nicely. As you can see. I think having the right part here makes all the difference. So as you can see, I have 2 shims, and I think this is working so much better. Wow. And still a little bit proud. I don't want to push my luck though, because there's no need to do so. I'll tighten this one just a touch more, but so far this is a heck of a wow. That is awesome. I mean, it's it'll still bounce. Well, there you go. If you don't give it enough of a push, but that doesn't, I mean, I'm telling you guys, this is night and day as far as the difference. I am really impressed. And it feels so much better and actually quieter. If you're having issues with yours, you may want to look into replacing these bolts, the striker post. Wow, that is a huge difference. I guess I could add the other shim, but frankly, I don't want to push my luck so far. Look at that. Wow. That was worth the effort. And this one, as I explained earlier, there's no adjustment there. This is the only thing you can adjust just a little bit. But boy, what a difference. And I have no clue if this rubber piece that I added, if it's helping. It's not hurting anything. gosh, I love it when a plan comes together like that. Very cool. Well, again, I hope this helps you out if you're having similar issues. I'm going to try to find the exact link and place where I bought these. And yeah, because you want to have the right length, and especially this area here. And one more time, I added that little rubber piece. That is totally optional, and I used a piece of old rubber hose that I had here in the garage, and yeah. So cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and leave me a comment. Take care. Bye.